Hey, describe to me what happened yesterday.
Well, I'm on my friend's boat. We're having a great time. Beautiful Sunday afternoon, evening, and so we decided to come check out the Star Island houses. And as we approach the bridge, we're noticing how it's becoming high tide. And as we're looking to see if we could pass through under the bridge, we noticed a jet ski and two people in the water kind of struggling. So we, as we're pulling up, they wave us over, and we noticed that there's just been a small boat craft accident on a jet ski. So I'm with my friend, which is the owner of a boat, and he's in the Coast Guard. He automatically went right into Coast Guard mode and jumped right into the water. I'm trying to maneuver the vessel around, try to help them out, to pull them out of the water, when we noticed the current was just way too strong and kept pulling the boat back out. So I immediately had to jump in the water and help him out and keep, who we didn't know at the moment, which is Kingston, elevated to keep his head out of the water. As we're doing all this, our girlfriends are calling the police on the phone, as we have police lining up all up on the MacArthur Causeway and along Palm Island Bridge, yelling at us, making sure he's breathing and if he's unconscious, and we're just telling him to go ahead and call the small boat, Coast Guard boats, to come over and help us so we can get him out of the water.
Was he wearing a life jacket?
Apparently he was during the accident, but due to the impact, I believe he came out of it. The other passenger I was with him was wearing it as she was floating, coming in and out of consciousness. They were both complaining that their heads were hurting.
So Sean was conscious at the time?
Yes, he had a big gash under his throat. It was very surreal as far as watching someone almost drown. Was
he bleeding quite heavily?
There was, throughout the confusion and all, it seemed like as he was throwing up, it seemed like he was throwing up blood, but as I was trying to keep his head up, I noticed he did have a gash under his chin. I want to leave out my friend. He's not here. His name is John. He's the one the Coast Guard. He's the one that's in the Coast Guard. He's the one that was mostly keeping him out when I jumped in just to offer him some help.
So John was in the boat with you when you came across this?
Yes, he's the owner of the boat. He was the captain of the boat. He's the first one in the water, and I followed him right after just to assist him.
So you guys got both injured people into the boat, and then what happened?
Then finally the police boat and Coast Guard show up. We helped.
Right here?
Literally right there. We pulled up Sean Kingston. He was conscious. He was able to, with the help of us, push him, climb up the ladder in the back of the boat, get him up, pulled him up on safety. As far as the other girl, we pulled her to our boat, and we pulled her up in our boat. Both boats met, transferred the girl with them, followed them out to the marina. I want to say Holler Marina, but I'm not sure if it is. Maybe Elliott Key Marina might be, which is where fire rescue and ambulance is waiting for the two injuries.
Okay.
And took our information. And here we
Did
are.
he look like he had any broken bones or anything?
No, definitely head trauma. Maybe upper chest. He kept on complaining about his head.
Okay.
Throughout the confusion, he kept on coming in and out of, I don't want to say consciousness, but out of just going into shock. Yeah, days.
And so nobody realized who he was?
Not during the confusion. You just saw two people in need of help in heavy waters, and you don't think, you just act.
And what about the girl that he was with? What kind of injuries did she have?
She wasn't bleeding. She was more stable, but she kept on complaining about injuries, and she just was delirious, did not know what happened, didn't know what was going on.
And so, do you guys have any idea what happened just before you pulled up? Like why the jet ski hit the bridge?
No, they were also with another couple on a jet ski, and they're in shock as well. As we pulled up, we were like, what happened? Did you guys capsize? Did you run into the rocks? And as I was saying, the girl was in and out of delirious.
And what kind of condition was the jet ski in? Was it bashed up?
The jet ski was pulled off to the side, was caught up on all the rocks. They were floating over there. His friend, which with the other jet ski, he was just trying to keep him up as much as he could, but he couldn't. He was getting pulled by the current. Is when we pulled up, and his face was barely out above water when we all jumped in the water.
So do you think he was in danger of drowning at that point when you pulled up?
I believe so. I believe if we were about to turn back around when we noticed them, I truly believe if we did turn around, he would not be with us today.